Committee meeting to order tonight. And we're going to start by approving the previous meeting minutes.
So moved.
Got a motion, I have a motion by
Whoever I am.
Mr. I have a second by Mr. Veston. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Great. Good evening, Mr. Slatsky. How are you?
Very good, thank you.
All right. We're going to get started here. We're going to start with our current business now. Authorizing an agreement with Claris Linen Systems regarding linen and cleaning supply services at the Albany County Nursing Home.
Claris is our current linen rental company. For the last few years, after we closed our laundry, we were using Claris through NYSED. NYSED and Claris were having difficulty getting their approvals through the state using NYSED. So we did an RFP as directed by procurement. That RFP went out. Claris was the only bidder and our current bidder. However, they actually bid more than we were paying. So being that they were the only bidder, we had permission to negotiate with them. And we negotiated a price that was actually lower than we were paying with NYSED because they had to pay NYSED a fee. They waived 50% of that fee, lowered their cost to us, and this will be a 2-year agreement going through 2020 at an approximate cost of $300,000 a year. And this would be for linen rental, which means they take, it's their linen, we rent it, but really they're cleaning the linen that we utilize, including mops and other products such as that.
I have a question, but does anyone else on the committee have a question? Mr. Camiso?
That is number one we're talking about, is that correct?
Yes, Claris Linen.
It's only 1 year, not 2 year.
It's a 2-year agreement, 24 months. It's right in the cover letter.
It's January 2019
And-
to December 31st, 2019. That's 12 months.
So if you read the, let me see, did I make a mistake?
Where is it?
The RFP is for 2 years. It says funding 24 months, commencing January 1st, 19. If you look at here, for
And
instance,
ending December 31st, 2019.
where do you see ending?
I'm looking here. Oh, no, sorry.
Right?
Okay,
It's all right?
yeah.
Okay, good,
My
thank you.
mistake. Sorry.
All right, can I just say, so we don't have a laundry anymore?
We closed the laundry over 3 years ago.
So, can you tell me what happens to the residents' clothes? How are they cleaned?
Well, that's the next contract.
Number 2.
That is,
Okay, all right, good. Let's move on.
Make a motion.
Okay, can I get-
One question.
Any more questions?
Linen, what, can you explain all
the
the
linen
some of
would
the
be
linen, please?
fitted sheets, flat sheets, pillowcases, blankets, towels, washcloths, all linens that the resident would utilize are cleaned through this company, and we don't pay per item, we pay on a poundage. So they weigh the linen, and we pay by pound.
Thank you.
They weigh the linen?
We weigh the linen going out. There's a fee for linen by pound.
I don't want to go into it.
No, I agree.
On such a large scale, it's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
much,
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Enough
can't,
said.
you can't be counting the sheets.
Enough said.
Yes, okay, all right. Any other questions by any of the members? I have a motion here.
Yep,
I
motion.
have a motion by Mr. Easier. I have a second by Mr. Signorati. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. We'll move on to number 2. Authorizing an agreement with Plaza Linen Service regarding resident laundry services at the Albany County Nursing Home.
Okay, this is also a 2-year agreement, and Plaza is our current company that cleans resident clothing. They were the only bidder, and their approximate cost per year is $105,000, so it's a 2-year agreement at $210,000. And they came in with actually a lower bid than their current pricing, understanding that they were also part of NYSET, and they provided us with that credit. So they're our current vendor. This is less than we're spending right now, and this agreement coincides now with the Claris agreement as far as the term. It'll be all of 19 and all of 20.
You have no problem with the service?
None.
Did you just add something? So, do you get feedback from the residents?
We do. I mean, surprisingly, we have very few articles that are lost. They bring everything back on hangers for the residents, very neatly done. We have these plastic, these mesh bags that we utilize for the smaller items. They do really a fabulous job, and there's been very few complaints. We do have losses. You know, people lose their socks. I lose my socks in my own house, actually. But I mean, you know, there are these losses here and there. They're not substantial by any means, and if there is a loss, we are responsible. And we would reimburse families, but again, it's very, very small number of people and dollar amount. And Claris will have this bin that they maintain for us with clothing that's unmarked, because a lot of times families will bring in clothing, new clothing, and not mark it, meaning with the resident's name on it. And without the resident's name on it, you can't keep track. So they're supposed to deliver it to social work. Social work will bring it to our housekeeping department. We have a labeler. We put the resident's name on it and room number, and then we know where to return it. Sometimes families just bring in clothing and it's not marked. So we'll go to Plaza and go through the linen, not linen, but resident clothing, sometimes with family members, to see if anything is there, because they keep our items separate. And a lot of times as well, you'll find hearing aids that are missing that went to the laundry, or dentures, or other personal items that somehow find their way to the laundry or the linen service. And we have a system in place that we're able to get usually those products back when they go to the linen companies.
So they've given them a good rate?
They're doing very well by us.
Okay. Are there any other questions? Motion by Mr. Ethier.
Oh, I got a question for you.
Oh, okay, all right.
Larry, are these businesses in Albany County, these two places?
Plaza is in Clifton Park, and the main branch for Claris is in Buffalo. So Plaza is in Clifton Park, Claris' main branch is in Buffalo. They had a branch in Troy, to my understanding, and they lost the bid to a local hospital. And it's my understanding, I just heard this today, that they may be closing that plant, and they'll service us at their Syracuse plant. No one locally bid on this,
Nobody in Albany County bid on these?
bid on
jobs?
this linen.
Service? Okay, thank you.
Actually, these are the only two bidders, which surprised me. I think linen traditionally, resident clothing, a lot of times it'll be a local company that does this, and Plaza is one of the only companies in the area. Normally, you'll get 2 or 3 bidders for linen. We didn't get any other than the current company, Claris.
Mr. Sigmarchi?
My only question was, at the Albany County Correctional Facility, they use either one of these types of service or anything similar?
They use Claris.
They use Claris? And
They have a
is
side contract for that.
their price with Claris the same, better, worse? How is that comparable to this current contract?
I'm guessing that it's gonna be up because both contracts were off a New York State contract. This had to be RFP'd. I'd have to check the status and just to see what the jail is doing at this point,
And we don't...
going forward.
And then the correctional facility doesn't do anything for the inmates regarding personal that we know of, Commissioner?
I do believe that they do have some in-house capabilities at the jail. I can give you a finite on that.
Okay. Thank you. I'm all set.
Any other questions?
Make a motion.
I have a motion by Mr. Ethier. I have a second by Mr. Touche. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Slatsky.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Can I have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion.
Got a motion,
Okay.
Mr. Hogan, second by Mr. Guston. All those in favor?
Aye.